Hey guys, welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live with me, your host and award-winning international Make Every Second Count speaker. Now, I'm very honored and privileged to be able to tell you that we have an awesome miracle of a woman tonight, and you guys should definitely get that notebook out, take some notes, and to invite as many people to watch this because we need to help this lady celebrate being a best-selling author. Now, let me say that again because you might have missed it. A best-selling author. So I would like to introduce Dora Sherry, and she will go through her introduction, and I am going to be sharing this to as many groups as I can. Dora, it's all you.
Hi, Jeff. Thank you so much for allowing me to be on this program with you tonight. You're an amazing miracle yourself of success over struggles. I am a number one best-selling author, thanks to a short story that I wrote in a book called The Path of Awakening that came out a month ago. And I'm also, hopefully, well, no, not hopefully, I'm going to be another number one best-selling author with my book I have coming out June the 22nd called Reflections of an Angel. I'm also a recovering opiate addict. I'm a synthetic heroin addict. And that's what a lot of my book is about. My struggles through my addiction, through grief, loss of my only child, how that addiction really plummeted after that, and how I rose to succeed to become a number one bestseller.
That is awesome, Dora. So I have to ask, have you been through any struggles on your way to becoming a best-selling author?
Oh my goodness. Yes. My first struggle probably was writing the short story. I was very new in recovery. I had stopped the opiate addiction about a month before the offer for the short story for a book of collaborative authors came to me. And biggest struggle was trying to stay off of those drugs because I knew I had to own it. If I wrote that story, I had to walk the walk, not just talk the talk like I'd been doing. I had a 37-year opiate addiction, so I did a lot of talking. This time, the change came in having to walk the walk and writing that story and realizing the grief that I had held back for 30 years over the loss of my son. I had been drowning in opiates. Coming to that realization, Jeff, really woke me up to a lot of things, gave me a lot of strength.
And how exactly did you get over that struggle?
Well, I went through detox. I got very sick. I was used to it. I had been on the drugs and off of them many times. So I wouldn't recommend it, but I just went through a really tough detox. And Jeff, I really decided I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was either stoned and laying on the couch in a numbed up state, or I was in bed for 3 or 4 days detoxing. I couldn't live my life. I couldn't work. I couldn't see my friends. I couldn't do anything. And I got sick and tired of that, and I wanted to live again. And writing that short story really relieved a lot of the pain I was holding inside, and that helped.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now here on Make Every Second Count Live, we try to help other people that are dealing with things in their life. And a lot of people are going through the same things as you have gone through. Now, I know this to be true because I have been doing this show for a while now. So I have to ask, is there any suggestions you have for other people that are dealing with the same kind of things?
Oh, get help. First thing is get help. That's the difference. I had been through treatment a few times, Jeff, over the years, and I didn't go through it seriously. This time I did. I reached out for counseling. I reached out for a therapist to help me recognize some of the triggers and understand where they came from my childhood, emotional things that I was trying to drown that I didn't even realize. I reached out to friends and I wrote the story, which made me own it. But I
Yeah,
would definitely say reach out for help.
that's awesome. Now, you mentioned that you lost a child, and that has to be one of the hardest things. In fact, my mom and dad almost lost me when I was 17 and involved in a car accident that nearly ended my life. So I want to ask you, how did you deal with that? How did you get over the loss of your child?
Well, like a general, I stayed strong for everyone. My son was 18. It was 2 weeks before high school graduation. He had all of his friends there. They were traumatized. I stayed strong for everyone. I popped a lot of pills, a lot of opiates. That got me through a lot of it, Jeff. I barely remember the funeral or the burial or any of it. Uh, but I'll tell you, my son really helped me get through it. About 3 weeks before his accident, he came in the house and asked me what the story of Abraham and Isaac in the Bible was. And I told him, and he said, Mom, I don't understand why God changed his mind about making Abraham sacrifice him at the last minute. And I said, he just needed to know that Abraham loved God more than anyone or anything on earth. And the fact that he allowed him to keep his son. My son looked at me, Jeff, and said, Mom, I know you love God. What would you do if God asked you to sacrifice me? Now, that's a tough one.
Yeah,
That's a question no parent wants to answer. The
no.
only thing I could tell him was that I didn't know. To sacrifice him, I didn't know, even to God. I did believe that if God took him from me, that I would find a way to get through it and get through the anger and still love God and honor my son's life. And that's what I chose to do. I chose to get through it and be happy again and find my smile again. And I get to help other mothers who lose their children find their smile again. So there's a blessing in that.
So, how would you say someone can find their smile again?
By choosing to. You have to choose to, Jeff. We wake up every day and choose if we're going to be happy or not. I choose today it's going to be a good day and nobody's going to mess it up. I choose happiness and I practice it and I fight to keep it and struggle. And by golly, I'm going to stay happy.
Yeah. Now, I want to take a second here and I want to say hi to a few of our viewers. So, I want to say hi to the following people: Bob Darner, or Mr. Darner. He was my eighth grade homeroom teacher. And then Jessica Laird, Steve Young, Lori Ryan Wyan. Now that rhymes. Lori Ryan Wyan. Robert Lyons, Chris and Shelley Rittenhouse, and my dad, who is watching, hopefully from across the street where he lives. Hopefully he's
Uh,
not stuck in an abandoned house or a house release or something. So we want to say thank you to everybody that is out there watching. And I want to take another second and thank you, Dora, for being here tonight. I know you're a busy lady, you've got a lot going on, and we ask you guys again if you would please share this video out. Introduce somebody to my show, which is on every
yes,
Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, because you never know whose life we are going to change. So,
that's right.
Dora, is there anything else that you have had to deal with or go through in your life? You talked about the loss of your son, the opiate addiction, not remembering the funeral. Is there anything else?
Yes, in 1978, Jeff, I took a nice little tumble off a third floor outdoor balcony onto a sidewalk below, and I spent 2 years in a wheelchair with a few surgeries, not knowing if I would ever walk again, only to come out of that wheelchair 2 years later and become a third-degree black belt in Kenpo karate. I understand
Yeah,
you're a martial artist.
that's awesome. So she's
Yeah.
not just an inspiration story, she is a true bona fide badass.
Oh, thank you. A badass angel, I hope.
Yeah. I like to tell people that they have one life and their life can change in an instant. Actually, I have a motto that in 3 seconds, your life can be over. In 2 seconds, your life can be over. In
Yeah.
1 second, your life can be over. So you have to celebrate the here and the now. So, how exactly is it that you celebrate? I know you said you make the decision to have a good day every day. And I wake up every morning, and even before I get out of bed, I post to Facebook that I'm so thankful to be given today, and I will make it a great day. Now, you see, I am making that conscious decision there. I am making that decision that my subconscious mind has the ability to have a great day. And
Right.
what's some things that you can say that people can do or start their day with that will help them be great?
I start mine in gratitude. Before I even open my eyes, I thank God. I ask Him to let me open them, and when they do, I thank Him for it. And I meditate. That's my prayer time. That's my time to get centered. I'm a Libra, so I have to have everything balanced in me. And I do my Bible reading and my yoga. And then I go out and try to make somebody smile,
That
make
that's
somebody
a
happy.
that's a great attitude to have, because if you make somebody else smile, that actually will affect you. That will actually make your day go better. Just by reaching out there and touching somebody else's life, you're telling them
Yeah,
that it's okay for them to have a great day, but you're telling yourself too. It's
yeah.
very important.
I call them boomerang smiles, Jeff. If you throw one just right, it'll come right back to you perfectly.
That's awesome. I love that boomerang smile.
Boomerang smiles.
I'm gonna have to take that now.
There you go.
That's no longer yours. That's ours.
Okay. Okay.
So I understand that you've been through a lot in your life, and you've accomplished so much, and you're a third degree black belt, and you were in a wheelchair at one time, and you're a recovering addict, and you accomplished so much. Is there anything that you can tell other people how they can accomplish so much, how they can do the things that you have done?
With support, Jeff, the support of your friends, your family, your coworkers, anyone you can reach out to, a stranger in the street. I have reached out to a stranger at times when I'm feeling really low and really bad. Um, just reach out to someone and get help, and stop doing what's killing you. Stop taking the poison and expecting someone else to die. It's crazy to keep killing yourself. There's so much to live for. 5 months ago, I was still taking opiates, Jeff, and now look at me. And all I did was stop taking them and just wanted to live again, and took the first step. And each step after that became easier and easier.
That is amazing. So I know there is a very famous quote out there that says a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And your first step was to get help, to ask your friends, your family, and other people for that help. So how can you encourage other people to get help?
We have Google now. Google is the greatest thing in the world. Google it. Google drug abuse. Google rehab centers. Google, Google, Google. I
That's
don't know if that's the
awesome.
best advice, but I Google everything, Jeff.
Do you Google how to Google?
Oh, I didn't do that. I could probably Google better.
So that is awesome. Now we definitely want to thank you again for being here tonight, because I know you added value to my world, and not just my world, but other people's worlds out there. So is there a way that somebody can take home a piece of you?
Well, Jeff, you can buy my book, the book I'm in. I just happen to have a copy. Let's see if I can show you. The Path of Awakening. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. You can't see me, but you can see the book. It's on Amazon right now. I have a story called A Mother's Worst Nightmare. It's about my son's passing and my opiate addiction. My book, called Reflections of an Angel, will be available on Amazon June the 22nd. And I will be launching that and having a ball doing it. So I'm looking forward to helping a lot of people. It has a lot of stuff. It has abuse. It has physical, sexual abuse, addiction, grief and loss, everything. I mean, you mentioned it. Toxic relationships. I've been there.
You certainly have gone through a lot, and I'm really happy now that you're here, because you show everybody that they can go through a lot and they can become a badass just the way you have.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
Yes.
We have to remember what we thought about when we were little kids too. What did I want to be when I was 7 or 8 years old? You know, I knew I wanted to grow up and tell the world God loves us and we better love him back before it's too late. So that's, I guess, what I want to do now, is tell the world I love them and God loves us, and let's love each other. Let's do better and be better. Give better, give more, give back.
Man, you can drop the mic now.
I'll pass the offering now, the plate.
All right. Well, again, thank you. And I hope everybody out there has a great week. But you, Dora, and everybody out there has to do me a favor. You have to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out on your one life. Now, remember, I'm Jeff Marconette Jr., the award-winning international Make Every Second Count speaker, and she is Dora Sherry. And you can pay attention to my show, Make Every Second Count Live, here on Facebook and YouTube every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And I hope to see you back here next Tuesday, where we will have another fantastic show. Hey, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And if you're watching the replay, please drop a number 1 in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button, hit the heart button, hit any button you like, but make sure you hit that share button. And I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.